Hi there. Later, what's Lil Nas X pulled out of? First though, there's a new pope, Robert Prevost, aka Leo XIV, but where's his head at on LGBTQ+? Well, we know in the past he's come out with stuff like this.
Western mass media is extraordinarily effective in fostering within the general public enormous sympathy for beliefs and practices that are at odds with the gospel. For example, abortion, homosexual lifestyle, euthanasia.
The new pope speaking 12 years ago. Are you done? Oh, no.
Note, for example, how alternative families comprised of same-sex partners and their adopted children are so benignly and sympathetically portrayed in television programs and cinema today.
He's also talked about genders that don't exist. Basically, not as progressive as Pope Francis, his predecessor, who famously said, amongst other things, being gay isn't a crime. Next, sneaky. An American city's found an ingenious way to get around a bigoted ban on pride flags. Since Wednesday, they can't be flown at public buildings in Utah. Only official flags are allowed, those of a country, a state, or a city. So officials in Salt Lake City have had some new official ones approved. Basically, the rainbow flag and the trans pride flag with Utah's sago lily motif top left. Erin Mendenhall's the mayor.
These are flags that we have traditionally raised at Salt Lake City Hall over the years, recognizing these days that promote diversity, they promote awareness around historical significance in this community and beyond, and they do so through inclusion.
Thanks to KSL News, Boise City Council in Utah has pulled a similar manoeuvre. Another 22 arrests over attacks on men in Australia, mainly involving gay dating apps. Police in Victoria say victims have been threatened, assaulted, robbed, falsely imprisoned and kidnapped. All in, they've made 35 arrests since last October, mainly young males aged between 13 and 20. There's plans to recognise only two genders in Vanuatu in the South Pacific. The government's considering plans to amend the constitution, says this would align their laws with the Christian principles upon which the country was founded. And if you're not exactly sure where to find Vanuatu, it's somewhere around the Stone Age, apparently. And Lil Nas X has pulled out of West Hollywood Pride's Out Loud Music Festival because of an ongoing medical issue. The queer performer was in hospital last month due to a sudden partial paralysis of his face. Might be linked to that, we don't know. In his place, bisexual singer-songwriter Remy Wolf headlines on June the 1st. No time to tell you that. The first ever LGBTQ+ community choir in Jersey in the Channel Islands has its debut performance later. And it's the 9th annual Brighton Beach Pride tomorrow in New York. You can subscribe to Pride Daily so you never miss an episode. Go on. I'm Kev McGraw. See you next week.